popping off, boys.
I don't know how I expected that to go at all.
Yeah.
What, me launching it into him, or them wanting to
No, them asking to die.
Yeah, when they were like,
I
oh,
didn't
this
expect
hunger is too much, and I was like, oh man, he's gonna actually like try and kill us.
Dude,
Gonna eat
I
us,
mean,
yeah.
they kept saying human. I would have let him have some of my blood as long as they didn't drain me dry. I would have been like, go ahead.
Oh god.
July 2 days was including like the play and the trial and the night's sleep and then the traveling there and killing the brothers. That's all 2 days.
Okay, that's fair.
The entire campaign so far has been 2 days.
We've gotten a lot.
2 whole days.
Very productive 2 days.
Oh no.
What's happening? What's going on?
Bing, 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 bing.
All right, so that's where we'll end. How was
Hell
it?
yeah.
Was it okay?
I liked it.
Good.
Good. Well, I was hoping we get to combat, but yeah, it was getting a little too late.
I
didn't expect you guys to go back to the castle.
Which gives you more time to prepare.
Yeah.
Well, I already had prepared a little thing on the journey, but I actually didn't expect you guys to go to Longkin's show first, so that's cool. I'm glad I didn't make like maps of more things, so it worked out.
Hunter, how does Reynold feel after reading that?
I'm not going to tell you.
You're not gonna tell me? Not as a player? Come on.
Oh man, I have a ton of writing to do. That's gonna be fun.
I got a ton of sleeping to do. Good night.
Yeah, sleepy boy. Peace out.
Have a good night.
Good night, Juice.
Peace out. Hope you guys have fun.
All right. Have a good
I
one.
didn't have fun.
Oh wait, that
What
was
just happened? Who left?
Hunter that left. I thought Ryan was leaving, but then Hunter left.
Hunter left?
Yeah,
Hunter didn't even say bye.
I know. I think he said it really quietly while we were saying bye to Ryan.
Huh.
I heard him say something.
A sheep.
Ace dancing. That's you and your hat.
Yeah. I love sheep. Sheepy BB.
Baba booey.
Dear diary.
Why couldn't you give us the You couldn't give us the little the shard. I like investigated and I was like, oh, it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, someone already came to the castle.
Kid was pissed that box was empty.
I was making plans to break an arcane lock.
I freaking figured out a clock chandelier all for nothing.
I was like, we gotta wait till noon.
I'm so excited to see how Hunter responds to the information given to him about Krell. I
What
just
did
want
you
to know.
tell him?
He read a book, and this book, or I was asking him like, hey, can you look up in this elven book I can't read about an elf named Veilstraws? I've been trying to figure out some information on him. And he's like, okay, and he's reading through, and he gets to this part in the book where it's about him, and he reads the excerpt, and it says Veilstraws was a hero who is most famously known for ending a lich that went by the name of Krell and sealing him away.
Okay.
Yeah. Krell doesn't remember much of his previous life. He just remembers Veilstraws, and he has an undying hatred for him.
Understood.
Yes.
Fair enough.
For locking him in a sword.
Yes. I mean, I'd be pissed if I was locked in a sword for, I think it's 500 years? But y'all characters don't know that. Something like that. Hell, Krell doesn't even know exactly how long he was locked away for.
Oh, so he's not locked away, or is he still locked away? Or kind of?
Krell was in that sword that Galen picked up, my character picked up, and Krell just, instead of like a normal Hexblade Warlock where the Warlock makes a pact with the deity, in this sense, the deity completely and utterly overpowered the fucking wielder of the sword. And is like, hey, this is my body now. What's going on?
Fair enough. How is that set up?
Huh?
What subclass did you pick for that then?
Hexblade. I just asked Ryan if I could be the patron instead.
Flavor.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, like Krell doesn't have much. Like I said, Krell doesn't have much memory of himself, but he has all the memories Galen had, which is the body he's inhabiting. Yeah, he just remembers his name and the guy who killed him.
It's a good way of explaining like why you're not like a super powerful something.
Yeah, that way I'm not like a god. And I also don't want Krell to be a god. I just want him to be a fucking hexblade warlock. He will become
Lord.
So I was getting the vibe I don't think I executed the brothers' deaths properly. I wanted them to ask the party to kill them because they truly felt like they were ready to go. But I felt like it was a little awkward. Is that the case?
I mean, like, it's always awkward when someone asks you to kill them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's no big deal. On it, like, the thing is Krell would have been like, "Yo, if it's just like you want to feed for the first time in a while, you can feed on me. I don't care as long as you don't kill me." But I mean,
that's your response.
Yeah. See, the thing is after that, Krell would be like, "Now I want to be a vampire."
Yeah.
Turn me into one of you.
Damn.
But I'm just writing down the vial of vampire blood. Right now I have it down as bottle filled with vampire blood, but if a single drop is injected into a living host, they will become a vampire in how many days? I think there might even be a little rule for it in actual vampires, so I can check.
Yeah, I'm kind of basing this on, well, I probably don't want to say that. Instantaneously.
Instantaneously. Okay.
Yes.
Will become a vampire All right, well, that's my contingency plan if we ever need some extra power. And, I mean, I'm sure you guys all understand Krell does not mind using it.
Sure.
Hell, he's even tempted to use it right now, but he won't.
Who won't? No balls.
I mean, it'd suck for a while. I'm sure I'd die first. I don't intend to use the vial of vampire blood until it's like a
absolutely necessary.
Life or death?
Yeah, life or death situation. Pretty much. Because then it won't be life or death. It will be death or undeath. Which, I mean, technically he's already made that decision once. He just doesn't remember it. And also, I really didn't want to gain fucking vampire stats at level 3. Which would be kind of fucking busted. I did feel bad about pouring out the potion.
Hitting the 3-wheel motion?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Gotta love Ice Cube.
And if it's anything like the vampires I know that do like transform from blood, it's going to be absurdly painful when he decides to do it. And he is going to die.
Oh, man.
But I mean, I'll just enter undeath, I think. Unless it's like a situation where I become a fucking feral vampire, then that will suck. But again, that's why it's last minute.
What would make you feral?
I mean, there's 2 different kinds of vampires. I mean, there's like there's vampire spawn, which I kindly consider feral ones, and then there's vampire lords, which can like gain absurd amounts of power. But vampire spawn, they tend to be feral. They just kind of relentlessly hunt and kill. And then there's also a chance that I would just die. Because like there's also a kind of vampire that like when their creator is dead and they're a vampire, they just die. So, I mean, that could just I could do it and I could die. Just not come back.
That'd be kind of shitty, isn't it?
Right? It would be kind of shitty.
It's stupid, isn't it?
Stupid, isn't it? Again, last resort.
British because they drank all the tea.
Did Ryan, was that a curveball when I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get his blood?
Yeah. Definitely didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's that conversation about you talking about players doing things you don't expect.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
And it's just like right there, and you're like, oh, why did I do that?
I'm just have to roll with it.
Yeah.
I can't think of everything you all are gonna do. I'm certainly not gonna stop it.
No, I
Unless
understand.
it's like
Somebody at Demon Crown one
broken.
time.
Yeah.
If Krell turns into a vampire, so be it. But it will be later down the road. He definitely doesn't want to become one. Because I mean,
Kip wants to be one.
huh?
So
I mean,
maybe-
I got plenty of blood to go around, dude. I got a whole vial of this shit, and apparently only a drop is what it takes to fucking turn us.
Jesus, we could just
You
all
want
be
to be a
vampires.
vampire?
No,
And according to D&D, kobolds can become vampires.
that's interesting. Is there
Yeah.
a race that can't be a vampire?
I mean, I'm sure there's something that can't, like lizard folk, maybe.
Warforged.
Warforged.
A D&D race.
Maybe changeling.
that
Can the Zeld be a vampire?
can't be.
I don't know. The reason I don't know about that is because technically, Dragonborns are from a different plane of existence. Yeah. So they might not be like susceptible to the same diseases as everything else on the main one.
Humanoids can become vampires, however, their race immediately becomes undead, and the stats are the same as that listed in the monster manual. Some DMs view vampirism as a mode of possession. Doesn't really differentiate for what.
Yeah. Gnolls can become vampires, and they actually have different rules. Like, you know how most vampires, they can't go into houses? Gnolls don't give a shit. If you're a Gnoll vampire, you can just go anywhere you want.
Oh, can kits only enter buildings he's invited to?
I mean, if we're going by the vampire rules, then yeah. But I don't know what the rules are for his Dampire race. Whatever the fuck it's called.
I mean, I think technically, if Crow were to become a vampire, looking at it, it looks like you'd probably just change your race to Damphir.
Huh? Yeah.
Looks like, yeah, Damphire would just be your race, because it's, I mean, it's specifically with you because you are a human. I guess
Yeah.
this is actually being the offspring of a vampire and human parent.
Oh, so I would just be a real vampire, because Dampire is fucking is someone that's parent was human.
Looks like I'm just googling stuff.
Probably.
I mean, mostly
As long as you'll
vampire.
have fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks like mostly like vampire as like a playable race is all just like it's all homebrew. There's nothing like official.
Yeah, I think there's like something in the monster manual about it. I gotta find it. I'll take a look. Monster manual, vampire.
Ryan's got to be prepared though.
Yeah,
But have some plan. Have any plan he wants. It's got to be planned.
Wait, about what?
If Tristan decides to become a vampire.
Player
Yeah.
characteristics as a vampire. The game statistics of the players transformed into a vampire spawn and then a vampire don't change, except the character's strength, dexterity, and constitution becomes 18 if they aren't higher. In addition, the character gains vampire's damage resistances, dark vision, traits, and actions. The attack and damage rolls for the vampires are based on strength. And the DC for charm is 8 plus the vampire's proficiency bonus, plus the vampire's charisma modifier. The character's alignment becomes lawful evil, and the DM might take control of the character until vampirism is reversed with a wish spell, or the character is killed and brought back to life.
Wow.
So, I mean,
so if we
I would
all
become
take it all at once, we get like superpower boost.
yeah, pretty much. At least that's what it says in the monster manual. I knew that there was something in there about it.
But Ryan might just take control of all of our characters.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him
No.
at that
No.
point.
Wait,
Everyone's a
if you
vampire?
become a vampire, I'll take control of your character.
No, I'm saying
Huh?
like if we just do a vampire pact and we all sit there and we're like,
all-
okay, and we all just inject
We
vampire.
all were like,
Same
we're
time.
gonna become vampires now. Fuck you.
Oh. I mean, that's definitely your choice. It's gonna make your life a lot harder, though.
Maybe it'll make it easier.
It'd be easier to kill the collector.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Pack of just like 5 vampires.
Dude, my strength would go up by 11 points.
What?
Yeah. If I became a vampire, my strength would go from 7 to 18.
Wow.
So
And
mine
then-
would go up 2 more than that.
Yeah, my dex would go up 4 points from 14 to 18, and my constitution would go up 2 points from 16 to 18.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, I don't. The damage
Yikes.
resistances that come from it are pretty nice too.
I probably lose that point of exhaustion too.
I gain resistance to necrotic, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks.
Would you follow Kits's vampire rules then, Ryan?
I think he's
Most
a
likely.
race that's born half vampire.
It's a half elf.
Yeah, but he's set up like a point system
Oh,
with like feeding and whatnot.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
do it
yeah,
based on
yeah,
what
yeah.
like me and Kits ruled.
Yeah.
Vampire friends.
I wouldn't expect to get away with no feeding. Anyways, Krell wouldn't be opposed to it.
When Jesus' character shows up, we can just kind of like stick him
Hey,
in the neck with a syringe.
let me just like get some fucking some
my
food
God.
from you, buddy.
How you doing, buddy?
Would I have to become lawful evil, or could I just stay pure evil? That's the only thing I'm upset about. Because lawful evil is like people who run casinos.
Yeah, but also too, like with vampires, like I mean, the older you get, the more in control you are. So it's like young vampires would just be like a bunch of young vampires and crazy.
Would I also gain the regeneration effect? I mean, it doesn't say so. It doesn't say I would. But that would be busted. Would be so busted.
That's the Monster Manual one.
Yeah, the regeneration effect is in Vampire Spawn and Vampires and Strahd. But for Vampire Spawn, they regain 10 hit points at the start of their turn if they had at least one and aren't in sunlight, running water. If the vampire takes radiant damage or damage from holy water, this trait doesn't function at the start of the vampire's next turn. That would be busted. And then they also have Spider Climb, and then their vampire weaknesses, which would just be annoying because I would never be able to sneak into anywhere. Just be like, yo, what's up? Let me in. They'd be like, you got red eyes, go away. I'd be like, bitch, you got
Go
me.
away.
You got me. And that's when I cast catapult on something behind them to push them out the door.
You've been using catapult a lot.
I love that spell, dude. It's just fun. There's so many ways to use it. You can execute a vampire with it. You can destroy public property.
Hell yeah.
You're like super far away. You can troll the shit out of someone. You could just throw your sword with it. It's pretty neat.
So this is our 4th session, and then like it's literally only 2 days in the game time, which is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're about to travel. I mean, how many days travel is it from to there?
It's gonna be to Lockhinge.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about months. Well,
Mm.
maybe not months, but it's definitely gonna be a long time.
I say we rent an airship.
It's gonna take probably a month to get to Lockhinge
East.
by foot.
There you go. That's good.
We have the carriage though.
How far is it by carriage?
Pop off.
What?
If instead of foot, how about far by carriage?
Oh, how far away by carriage? Probably 2 weeks. I'll say cuts it in half.
Weeks is half 8 months.
2 weeks, yes. Down from 1 month.
1 month. Okay, I thought you said 8 months.
No.
Gotcha. Okay, that's more manageable. Not too bad.
Yeah, because it'll take you like maybe a day or two to get to Pav if you go north, which is where Krell came from,
Yeah.
or at least Galen.
Yeah. The little guy that I took over. Who has a chance of becoming a vampire in the future.
Is there any of Galen like in there, like as far as like consciousness?
Oh, me and Ryan figured out that if turn undead were to affect me, instead of me running away, I would fight for control with Galen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the spirit's technically undead. That's controlling him. I mean, eventually, once it wore off, Krell would take over. But yeah, Galen can appear for some times, but it's rare. Also, Ryan, I'd like this is like for future, not like anytime soon, but I want to like get other people to like become warlocks in some way, so that way, like I would, if Krell were to die, I would be fine with playing another character, but I would like him as a patron to jump to one of these other warlocks just take over their body wherever he dies.
Like random NPCs.
Yeah. Like if I died, I want to get like other people to become warlocks to Krell, and then if he ever died, he'd just jump to one of them and take him over. But I wouldn't play Krell anymore. He would just be an NPC that you could control.
Right. Well, I already had an idea what I was going to do for you.
All right, cool. But yeah, I do want to take on an apprentice. I've got to be a Sith Lord. I can only be 2.
Yeah. There's a reason we're not going back to. There's a reason we're not going back to Varan. Be away from that poor boy.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't do it now. I would go back when I'm like level 8 or something and kill his family.
We're never going back to Varan.
I mean, yeah, but in my downtime, I might be able to when I'm level 8. Like,
No, we're never going back to Varan.
we're never going back. I'm never going back.
Heroes of Varan came in one day, saved the
Became
city,
the
testified at the trial, and then disappeared.
Left.
Forever have re-lodging at the Horn and Thistle
Sure.
Tavern.
There's a single child that's constantly looking over his fucking shoulder. That threat was a promise. I know it. I should have shut my mouth.
Oh, that's that lovely old goblin woman that came to my tavern that one day and gave me advice about my daughter and then disappeared. Oh, sorry.
That was a 22 on his intimidation check. I can't wait till I take my first level of rogue and I have a fucking +9 to intimidation.
I can't wait to make a history check.
That too. I gotta get one more level of warlock though before I can go into any more multi-classing. But all right, I'm for real getting off now.
Right.
Okay,
This was
goodbye.
fun, guys.
Peace out.
I'm gonna try and do Curse of Strahd this Wednesday, unless
Okay,
fucking
that'd be fun.
silly shit happens. But yeah. All right, you guys have a good night.
All right. Peace out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, we're level 6 now, Christian Strahd. Excited for that.
We're level 6 now.
Yeah, we got 3 levels in that last game.
Oh.
We're level 3, and then we got for killing the people, we got it. For getting the people to the place, we got it. And then there was one more reason why we got it.
Oh.
Because we killed the...
Hags or whatever.
Or maybe one was killed the hags, one was getting the people to the place.
There's an artifact in the hag.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, Eli found the artifact, didn't you?
I don't even know.
True.
It was. Maybe it was Hunter. I think it might have been Hunter. I don't know.
Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't keep playing. Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, I was ready. I was locked in.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get combat tonight, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah. Fair.
I feel like my execution of the Count's death wasn't as good as I thought it would be.
It's fine. Yeah, it was good. It was mostly the actual that scene. Well, it was good. And then will you kill us? It was like, whoa. I was kind of feeling. I was like, whoa, that's cool. I liked it. Yeah.
Good.
Think Eli?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was definitely a twist. I did not expect it at all.
It was good. You built up to it in a matter way of just even conversations we had, kind of gearing towards it, and
Yeah. I wanted in my mind, I wanted you guys to have a feast with the Count, and have a good time, and be able to talk with him and learn more about him, what he's about. That way, when he asks you that, it feels more of a punch, it's a shock, I guess.
Yeah, Reynolds and Ron sure, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah,
That sounds like fun.
fucking Krell and I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
You're like, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the party is just does not give a shit.
I was like, oh, that's shocking. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little crazy. I mean, I have all these questions for you. I have so many questions for you. Don't die yet. I was just trying to fit in all these questions.
Oh yeah, he was like, I want to die already. Stop asking me questions.
Yeah. Just get away from this woman.
Oh man.
So you're a vampire then? Is it because you're a vampire?
God, I should not have said that he can turn into a vampire. Oh, what was I thinking?
And I guess he opened the door though, and there's the thing: you can always just kill him.
I mean, yeah, well, how did I do that fairly? The reaction just didn't vibe well.
I don't know. The Constitution saving throw, and then go from there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, well, like I said, there is the always the option of just like, yeah, I don't know if you don't take character away, but like, character away. If you turn a vampire, it's like, okay, you're lawful evil now. You're now actually just whatever system you have working with, copy and paste. Like you're human, and now you're cursed to be a goblin. But that's a major change in like features.
Yeah.
Whereas like human into anything else isn't really anything, because human is mostly about, obviously all the stat boosts,
right?
+1s to everything, and then extra languages.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a weird transition, because it's like, oh, you became a vampire and forgot all these languages. I guess that could be interesting. I mean, really, yeah, just like look at all the things you can, like do as much research about like what other people have done, like homebrew wise, and just pick what you like.
Yeah.
And eat people. What you doing, Eli? How you been?
I'm about to fall asleep.
And that's a nat 1.